Hey, welcome back to the Yellow Project. This is Richard here with another Slice of Life podcast. And, things have changed quite drastically from maybe a couple months back. And I'm actually recording this a little bit later, a lot later than I would like to. So, just a heads up if I'm a little bit quiet because I'm trying to be respectful towards my new neighbors. It's not new for me, but for you guys, I have obviously moved to different places. And I was doing it. By the way, everybody's supposed to look at the I'm still trying to get to the whole podcasting and recording thing. But I'm trying to keep it short here. So this one hopefully will be about 5 to 8 minute long video podcast here. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Spotify or even on Patreon, which I think we're going to spend the past 5 days as productively as life. And what I have here to showcase actually is just the completed forms from, I'm not going to flip it over because it does have some confidential information here, but for example here, paperwork. Large stack of paperwork, and part of this is for an annual review for housing. I mentioned this actually in my previous video, which was about last week. I recorded about 9 days ago, and so I wanted to just update very briefly because I haven't been uploading for the past 5 days because I'm in the middle of a slump. There's just too much to do, and I find myself sometimes, especially during this current situation, doing something and then getting demotivated and just not doing anything. So I'm going through this kind of relapse cycle of being productive for about 2-3 hours and being very unproductive and just not doing very much for the next 2-3 hours. Because I haven't been able to establish a solid routine or lifestyle habit the way that I was able to previously, because things are still in a little bit of turmoil. So what I want to do is just briefly mention that first of all, we're going to try to get a schedule up, and I'm going to try to do that by using probably the Twitch calendar or Microsoft Outlook or Google Calendar. So either one of those, we're going to try to throw and create a little schedule I can show at the beginning of each podcast, video, blog, whatever, so that you guys have a way to see what to expect for, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like this type. Might be a kind of behind the scenes slice of life. They might end up doing slice of life things. We podcast pretty much daily posts. Once I get into the routine, but there will be additional uploads that are not related necessarily to behind the scenes stuff or slice of life. Things are more actually like series, for example. Reviewing certain channels, and for example, a new channel that I kind of was distracted by the past couple of days was on he's a photographer actually with an engineering degree, and he's got a family and 2 kids, and he has transitioned during COVID pandemic into creating these fantastic, his channel's called Epic Speech Man. It sounds kind of, because he is tailoring a little bit towards actually anyone watch it will be blown away by really production quality, cinematography, and the director puts into it as a very experienced multi-talented person, an engineer, photographer, family man, father, husband. It is phenomenal, and so that's one of the things I was kind of distracted by. But I'm not sure why I went on this tangent, but the point is, it was kind of an unproductive thing. And there were many of these things I would just kind of get small. Sometimes I would just get
Getting lost in the music?
Lie down
Cool.
right
Getting
here.
lost in a big meeting? Not so cool. With
So
Galaxy
actually
AI,
share.
you can recall who said what, get a quick
Shit.
summary, and
Shouldn't
share
do
notes
that.
instantly.
Let's disconnect the
Because the
camera.
next big thing is you. Learn
And,
more at
I
Samsung.com.
sometimes just lie down here because I'm just overwhelmed.
If
So
you've
there's
ever
a
thought,
huge
maybe I should
difference,
start my own podcast,
from the
well,
previous work
now's
that
your
I had
time.
when
Spotify
I
for
actually had a stable
Podcasters lets you
place.
record from your phone or
Oh,
computer.
yes.
Then publish your
Feels like
show everywhere
2.5
podcasts are
3 years
heard
ago,
for
but,
free.
that
Head to
was actually
spotify.com/start a podcast
just
and start recording now. Talk where the world
Well, it wasn't
listens
stable,
with
but,
Spotify for Podcasters. Click the
because I
banner
wouldn't
to
go
learn
back,
more.
to getting work done for quite some time ago. Can't believe that was only about 10 months ago.
Did you know
It's not even
you
been
can
a year,
find
but
your
it feels like
favorite
it's been
artist
2-3
concerts
years.
on Spotify?
So, that's just a
Tap
little
the
bit of
button to see a
update there
list
as to
of
what's going
upcoming,
on.
personalized,
And yeah,
live
a
and
little
virtual
disheveled.
events just for you.
A little disheveled, not quite cutting it. It's like a little bit disheveled. My hair's totally grown out. Don't mind it at all. So get used to some very different scenery and stuff going on. Yeah, that's about it. It's just a little update about schedule and the kind of slump and how things are kind of in limbo right now. Yeah, and why I haven't been able to punch out anything, even though I put like 3 uploads Monday, Thursday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, previous week, after a long hiatus. I just kind of this next upload is a week later. So I hope not to have that kind of stretch, this dry streak of an entire week without uploads happen again. But of course, this is me just keeping things updated for my own purposes, as well as for the very few people who actually happen to listen to this kind of stuff, or just happen to pop by if you're new. Yeah, so there's a lot to deal with. Housing, finance, job, hobbies, health, the big one. I'm trying to get back into a lot of the things that would keep me sane. So not just physical health, or social, emotional, like mental health as well. Just keeping sleep, diet, exercise, expression, going outdoors. Today I actually went outdoors, got a breath of fresh air. I was really nice because it was a beautiful day today, and I went around the neighborhood and it was really nice. And a couple of days ago I did see some people, but it was just too much. It's not being well managed. I don't have things well coordinated and scheduled and all not even close to where I would like to be. So it's very disorganized, and it's reflected in the way that which is kind of cool. In the background, I was actually playing a little bit of stream beat. I think I have some rock vibe right now. These things are really fun. Alright, so let's end it at that, and then I'm looking at the next one. Hopefully I can produce a little bit more for tonight, just 1 or 2 more, because I really wanted to get some work done. And showcase that. Okay, because that's part of the work, is actually speaking of it and then creating something outside on this platform as well. But if not, then that's too bad, because tomorrow I do have to go. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. This is Shiro signing out. See you guys. Right, schedule. That's the main point for this video. Okay? Scheduling.